and welcome to Clarified Better Show, where we help hoteliers make more money, save cost, and train the team. Today on our show, we have Neha Mathur from Vishyogi, and we will talk to her about improving customer engagement in your hotel. Welcome to the show, Neha.
Thank you so much, Veena. It's such a pleasure being here.
Oh, wonderful. Wonderful to have you on our show. So before we begin, would you like to introduce yourself to our audience? What is it that you did? And now, what are you doing with your company?
All right. So I've had 17 years of experience in the hospitality industry, been into operations, been with the companies like Marriott, Ascot, have been general manager for over 6 years, and then moved on to become corporate head for rooms for Sterling Holidays. Thereafter was business head for another startup called Guesthouser, and post which I thought of starting my own enterprise, and here we are, launched Vishyogi India Limited almost a year back, here sitting with you, we'll talk to you more about the company, what the thought process is, while we go through the interview.
All right. Oh, great. So, so help me understand what exactly you do in Vishyogi.
Vishyogi is a cloud-based customer engagement platform. What we basically do is we help bring along a personalized digital assistant to hotels for their customers. So how this functions is, the platform identifies and defines the customer persona. It aligns, then goes ahead and aligns the products or service that the hotel has to provide to the customer basis this persona. So, for example, Veena, if I know that you're more of a luxury-bound customer, I wouldn't showcase things which are not of importance to you, right? For example, hey, go in for a cookery class. Or go in for let's do something in the gym, right? I would basically showcase you the luxuries of the spa. I would want to showcase things of indulgence to you rather than things which do not matter to you, right? So there's a higher probability of things being sold. Okay. If that's the kind of platform that is provided to the customers, because you then providing the right product to the right customer at the right time. So that's the whole definition of, in short, about Vishyogi.
All right. So what is the difference between customer satisfaction and customer engagement?
All right. One precedes the other, right? Customer engagement leads to customer satisfaction. But the thread that kind of links both of them is the customer experience. If you see it in today's world, the customer has actually changed. The entire paradigm of thought of the customer has changed from what it was probably even 2 years back, right? You see an Amazon, right? The minute you go shopping on Amazon, it has tons of recommendations that it shows you that, hey, Veena, I know that you would, you're looking out for this, but these are also things that you may want to look at, right? Right. You have Domino's for that matter, right? Domino's is not a pizza company. It is that experience of selling, delivering in 30 minutes. That experience that in 30 minutes you have hot pizza in front of you. That's the service and experience that one looks out for once they, look out for service, right? And experience per se, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So, what I call this is drift. There is a drift in the way people are actually experiencing the way they want things to be brought to them, and it's an acronym. And let me expand that for you. So drift actually means being digital. You for any point in time and today's world, you have to be more mobile friendly. You have to be available on the on the platforms where people are constantly can view you, right? For example, today you really find it difficult for the normal kirana shop to be able to showcase themselves. Had it not been JioMart that kind of brings in that perspective where they showcase your products on a platform, right? It is easier for the platform to be able to showcase. With R of the drift, I mean recommend. Like I said, Amazon, right? Amazon would always recommend things to you. Customers want you to recommend things. They don't have the time to look through 10,000, and they literally a plethora of options. But they want things to be recommended to them, right? When it comes to the I is information. The internet is full of information. But is it that you are providing that information to your customer? That's what actually counts. You should be able to bring about that, thought and the mindset into your customer's mind, rather than, they looking out for it. They don't want information coming in from all around. If they get, quantified information from you, that's good enough from them. F stands for feedback, right? They should be able to give you quick feedbacks, right? And they should be, it should be visible to them that the feedback has been brought into action. That's why you see, the Twitters to the Facebooks, everything is currently all working on immediate feedback. I mean, if you don't receive a Twitter reward within 2 to 3 hours, then then there are more pileups of the tweets that keep coming along. So it's important for them to know that the feedback is utilized. And last is timely. If you're not putting it at the right time, if you're not putting across the right product at the right time, it becomes extremely difficult for you to sell what you really want to, right? If I don't feel the need today, right now I feel like eating probably butter chicken, right? But if I don't get butter chicken, I will move out of this thought and probably want to have Szechuan chicken in the evening, right? So the whole thought is about how timely are you in delivering that service. So that's what the drift is, and this is how I'd like to explain how the customer engagement has actually changed over a period of time, and how these two aspects combine together to bring about that changed customer engagement into place.
Absolutely, that's a very interesting thought and information, that you have to recommend things at the right time to engage with the customers, since it has been changed over the years so drastically.
Absolutely.
So then what you're saying is that customer satisfaction is important, but customer engagement is more important. How can I drive an increased customer engagement in our hotels?
So how it works, there is, so it's always the fundamental, the current phenomenon, I mean, I'm not just talking about the current period that is going on, is that the customer sentiment is the new normal, right? You are not really looking at, just that, welcoming a customer with a thali and then taking him to the room, and he finding having an arrival, amenity there. That's not really it. What it really means is basically very beautifully put by the PwC Consumer Intelligence report, is that if you are able to give a great customer experience, right, the customers would become loyal to you. They will buy a product and they'll speak about it. So that's the whole consensus. I remember the time when I was at the core hotel operations, and we used to be given a lot of training and a lot of boost about how you need to engage customers and how you need to speak to them, interact with them. But I mean, with the whole team into perspective, we could only interact with 5 to 10% people. It was very difficult to engage with 100% customers. And what happened? What used to happen is, the remaining 90% people used to be just room numbers or just left unknown. But with those 10% people, we used to drive magic. We used to actually figure out, what do they like? What do they, what are their happy moments? What do they celebrate, right? When do they indulge into something? What do they buy, right? So all of these things, made sure, we used to make sure that, the kind of, so we used to put in the right, amenity to him, for him to actually go ahead and buy that service. So there was a drastic increase in the revenue just because we were able to cater to those 10% people who we knew would be able to buy the services that we actually go ahead and put forth. But the whole question was, right, what if we were able to get those 90% people? How would that actually bring about the face change or the game changer for the hotel? So that's where my thought comes along, and I feel that technology plays a long road onto it, and it's extremely important for the hotel industry today.
Absolutely correct. So what are your thoughts about customer engagement in life post-COVID, like after COVID? Many hotels are opening and are finding that they cannot do what they used to do earlier due to various reasons. What will you recommend to them?
So Veena, I think with the current pandemic, it has changed the way we live, the way we eat, the way we drink, the way we travel. Where people used to travel across throughout the year. Today they're like held behind doors, right? They just can't think of moving out, without really putting a thought across. But I always feel there is a silver lining to everything, right? There is going to be a solution that comes out. And post that, people who are travel starved today, right? They are starved of, going out, experiencing that. They will definitely come out, right? And they are in the process, right? As soon as, the hotels show that responsibility towards their travelers, the travelers are, have started to, put their foot out and started to go ahead and, start experiencing. So if I may, put it across to say that, as for the New York Post, the millennials are the ones that will step out the first, and they'll be the one bringing back the travel experience. And because they will live by the fundamental of YOLO. I'll expand that to you. YOLO is you only live once.
Yeah.
All right. So really wouldn't want a year to just go by without really experiencing it. So they'll be the first ones to come into picture, and they'll be they'll be traveling. But what will happen is the way they look at travel. The travel will now become more responsible. The travel will now entail a lot of things that they'll put into perspective, just not the whole experience, right? Today they will look at the fact whether the hotel is able to provide them contactless experiences. Those keyless entries, right? Whether they have a digital assistant to be able to, bring back that same experience that, that girl who was the guest relations agent used to do that. Because no more will they like to have any physical contact, or the social distancing will take more, precedence over the others, right? So those are aspects that will take precedence, into the travel that is there. What the hotels have to do is extremely important. First is they need to come out of that cocoon to say, hey, let me see when things happen. Let me see when the situation gets better. No, this is the time for you to actually start planning on when you would go ahead and get that that bulk of customers coming through. It will be bombardment. You won't have the time to plan. Today is your time to plan. So what you need to do, you need to ensure that you are marketing yourself well, right? Right now, you are making sure that you reach out to your customers who've been with you earlier and be able to showcase that, yes, these are the things, these are the responsibilities we are taking to make sure that your travel is safe. The second aspect being, what is, don't treat those cancellations, to be just a face burner, right? You are supposed to make a conversation out of it, create, more experiences or more personalization, take information, be more empathetic to that customer who's actually canceling those bookings, because today he's canceling, but tomorrow, because of the conversation that you've had today, that person will make sure that he comes back to you, right?
That's a good point.
You are supposed to make sure that, you redesign your whole, value quotient, right? You were able to, put across, things in perspective, which will be more suitable for the new normal. So while buffets go away, more room service plans come into picture. While clustered restaurants go away, more PDRs come into fashion, right? So those will actually drive, the whole perspective of hotels. And the most important, to make sure that your customer still remains that loyal to you or engaged to you, you have to bring in technology. And I've seen over a period of time, hotels have been the slowest on to accepting technology. I think we are happy with the way we have a PMS or a POS, and that ends the game. But what is important is that you need to have a digital assistant or a mobile first viewership. An application that actually helps your customers be able to engage the way they used to, right? Today, they don't want people standing in front of them, but they still want that experience out of you, right? So you have to be technologically savvy to be able to sustain yourself in the new normal. And that's what I think you need to do.
All right. Okay. So your company, Wishyogi, helps hotel improve customer engagement. Tell us more about it.
So what Wishyogi does is, as I said, it defines the minute the customer comes on board. It does predictive analysis, and it goes ahead and gives a persona of the customer. What happens next is the platform then creates an engagement channel for the customer to engage in. So what it brings to the customer is information that would excite him. For example, if you're going to Udaipur, and you would want to see the various palaces around, and that's something that your persona brings out, you'll be more of that as against what the lakes are, or what are the trails around there. So that is what the city-based information will come across to you as per your persona. Then the services get tagged along to say that hey, these are the kind of so you basically coming in for a relaxed stay, and your information or the services that the hotel offers does not come into one big push to you that hey, we have 20,000 services, choose what you want, right? So we recommend, the system recommends you to say, I know you here for a relaxed stay, and these are certain services. I would want you to see the sunrise. I would want you to see the spa and experience the indulgent buffet, or for that matter, room service, breakfast in bed. So these are things that the platform will showcase as against bringing you the whole plethora of things on a platter, right? Then the platform actually allows the customers to get feedback in real time, and you will be able to see that time. So it is an opportunity for the hotel to be able to cure that, if there is a concern, to be able to cure that concern within the time that the customer is around, rather than making sure that they start grappling when the customers have already posted things on social media. This is a good avenue for for hotels to be able to create a positive experience before the customer leaves, right? And obviously, there is for the hotel, there's a lot of analytics that plays into picture. It basically ensures that you're able to see real-time analytics, and you're able to see optimized information, right? So your insights actually would be able to tell you, over a period of time, that what kind of customers do you need to market at what time. So if for example, for a hotel, I know that 25% of my customers that come from Himachal Pradesh during winters are looking out for more bonfires than anything else, right? So I would create, allow you to create an output which will help you make sure that that need is satisfied. When you know that 80% of the customers that are coming in between 3 to 4 o'clock on a particular day, you will be able to manage your resources for that period in time. You know that your lunch will not be sold or your breakfast won't be sold on the day, so you'll be able to save on those resources then and ensure you have better planning for for customers in terms of, your rooms are ready, your meals are all set, and optimization helps you ensure that, all of this brings in a very fine line on ensuring that you have absolutely, synchronized cost output. For eternity, we've had bulk data sitting in our, sitting in our PCs through PMSs, through pauses, but are we actually using that data? So this platform actually gives you actionable data. 70% of the customers who are coming in would like to have local cuisine rather than, probably a lavish Christmas dinner, right? And so you will be able to cater to that kind of a menu rather than doing something which the customers just won't buy. Right? So the information inflow is not just a bunch of data that comes across to you. It comes into you as analytics and actionable insights, which tell you what you need to do in that particular period in time. For example, even when a customer shows interest in a particular area, the front office person is able to talk in that manner, right? So no more are your questions going to be how's the weather outside, right? You'll be able to say, hey, I know you love soccer. There's a game that's playing at 4 o'clock. You should watch it on so and so channel. And why don't I send you some beer and some snacks along with it, right? So you know that what the customer actually would look out for, and you'll be able to sell the right thing at the right time to him. So that's what Wishyogi does. And it leverages on the customer persona and makes sure that the hotels are able to increase their total revenue per available room, right? Now, for eternity, we'll be looking at ARRs and RevPARs, but now is the time to start looking at TRevPAR, and that's the game changer today. So this is what Wishyogi brings along and helps hotels into helping their TRevPAR increase, at an optimum, at a very high level. Actually, one of our studies show that if you really engage all your products of a hotel, and service the customer as per the persona, you will be able to increase your total revenue per available room by almost 63%. So that's a huge amount for hotels to look out for. Wow. So this is what Wishyogi brings into picture. And that's the whole platform about.
Oh, wow, that's great. So this is what I was about to ask you. So how much revenue can we see if we implement what you recommend? Because it needs to generate some extra money.
Absolutely. So like I said, 63% of increment in your, in your total revenue. And at times, as in majority of the time, it is going to be more than what your room revenue gets to you, right? Because for a long time, we have been putting ourselves in front of OTAs, who are basically, putting us at a very difficult situation to even survive, right? So we literally shell out 25 to 30% of our, room rate to them as commissions. And what comes to us is hardly anything, right? From making sure, you're in sync with the market, to, making sure that, the competitors, are on the, you're on the same page as the competitors, you literally losing out, and there is no way that, even the OTA can go ahead and, give you a better rate, knowing what the competition is bringing along in the market. So it's important that we now step away from, rooms being our only source of revenue. Our lookout should be to, indulge in these experiences, indulge in the services and the product as a hotel, and service the customer with everything rather than just doing, offering it at the spur of the moment when the customer arrives, right? So predominantly what we do in hotels is we firefight. The minute the customer comes in, oh, you like this? Okay, let me get this. Right? Oh, you like this? Let me get this. Right?
Yeah, it happens.
But Wishyogi gives you an opportunity to have ample time. This is the information is sought for you much before. You know what you can offer. You can be ready. Standing there. To welcome the customer. Just with the information that Wishyogi provides you. So that makes you more addressable, or your customers will start feeling the need of coming back to you, the loyalty factor will increase when they know that, yes, this hotel knows what I need, right? So that's the hidden agenda of Vishyogi.
Oh, that's great. So Vishyogi basically helps you get ready for what the customer wants, and you're absolutely ready with what they actually want. That's great.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so I am sure all these recommendations will surely help our audience to increase revenue and customer engagement. So you can find
Absolutely.
more about Neha and her company Vishyogi on, surely link that in the description below and on the blog as well. Well, Neha,
thank you so much.
Thank you so much for giving so much information, and thank you so much for being on Clarified Better Show. It was such a pleasure talking to you. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you so much, Veena. It was a real pleasure being able to talk to you here, and I'm so glad the viewers had the time to take away something from this conversation. So absolutely. Thank you so much for having me over.
Most welcome. Take care and bye-bye.
Take care. Bye-bye.